Welcome to another Gundam review. Today I am showing you guys the finished product of the Gundam Calibarn. It took me about 3 to 4 days on and off, so it is a very easy to build Gundam, and man, I think the Gundam Calibarn looks really good when it's finished, and you guys can all do it. Because I haven't done any airbrushing on this model kit at all. My original plan was to airbrush all of the grey color that you could see on the Gundam Calibarn, as well as the yellow and red. But when I had a better look on the parts of the runner, then I've decided maybe I didn't have to, and I think it still looks pretty good. I definitely like it a lot. So apart from the follow the instruction building of the Gundam Calibarn, I have added all of the decals that came with the kit, and I have also done some panel lining with the grey as well as black color, and that's about it. The only extra effort that I've done, because as I mentioned, I didn't airbrush this Gundam kit, so every single parts that you see on the Gundam, when I cut the parts out from the runner, I have polished and repolished all the cut marks or the nubs, just to make sure every single piece of the Gundam part are perfect. So without further ado, I will just show you some of the tools that I used in building this Gundam Calibarn in order to achieve the product, as you can see on the spinning top. So on the runner, I used the Tamiya nipper number 123 to cut out all the parts from the runner. So this one is the single blade nipper, and I really like this nipper by Tamiya. It is of very good quality, and I've used it on so many different model kit now, and the blade is still fairly sharp. So I did my first cut with this Tamiya 123, and then the second cut is done by the Steady MS108. So some of the Gundam builder would compare this to the God Hand, but the Steady MS108 is a little bit cheaper than the God Hand, and I don't own a pair of God Hand as yet, so I can't really compare it to give you guys my opinion. But based on the review online, some of the Gundam builder, they compare this MS108 to the God Hand, and when I use this nipper, it does feel very sharp. And there is also a MS109 version, which looks almost identical to this nipper, apart from the red band is white. So that one is for the MS109, and to be honest, I can't really tell, the difference between the two. I think they're pretty much the same thing, but I might be wrong. And I think the MS108 for some reason is a couple of pounds more expensive than the MS109 for some reason. If you guys know the reason, then feel free to let me know. I quite like to know, what's the £2 difference between the two nippers. So I can recommend this because I've used it, and it is a very good set of nipper. So with the parts cut out from the runner, I then used this, which is a glass file. You will be able to find it online. So I prefer this than using the traditional sandpaper, because you just end up rounding a lot of parts, whereas on the glass file you could keep all of the lines pretty much dead straight. So I definitely recommend using the glass file as well, and they are quite long lasting. You just need to rinse off the powder with water, and then it can be reused again. So after the quick polish with the glass file, I then used a cheap and cheerful kind of multi-graded nail file. So I mainly used the white side, which is possibly equivalent to 2000 to 2500 grits, just to polish the cut marks a little bit smoother. And then I will use the gray side, which is, I believe, is possibly between 3500 to 4000 grit. So this one will give the parts a very nice and shiny finish, which I'll show you in a minute on the Gundam Calibarn. So in terms of the panel lining, as always, I use the Tamiya panel line. So on the white area, or majority of the white, I've used the gray color, and some of the area I've used the Tamiya black panel line as well. Strongly recommend them. They're very easy to use. So in terms of the Gundam Calibarn itself, you pretty much have to use every single part that comes with the kit. I do have this spare parts that I'm not attaching to the Gundam, because you pretty much can pull out the gun bits on the Calibarn, mainly the two gray bits, the one on the left and right armor, the two on the shoulder, and one at the back of the rear skirt. So you can pretty much pull out all of the gun bits. Actually, the two of the white at the top as well, you can pull them all out, and then you can reattach to this so-called adapter thing, and it will form the shield for the Calibarn. But I prefer having those gun bits on the Gundam itself. I think it looks better and more aggressive. So I have this kept inside the box now. And also what I've got left on the runners are the two blue beams for the beam sabers. I prefer posting the Calibarn with the special weapon, as you can see, rather than using the beam saber. I'm not a big fan of these, so I left them on the runner. And the beam saber handles are here behind the head unit. There's two of them. You just pull them up and then reattach to the end of the beam effect. And then the only other two spare parts that you will find on runner E, which is the semi-transparent runner. So you have parts number 4 and 5, which is the antenna and the chest cover, which is in a light or transparent black or gray plastic. The reason being, I have used a special kind of rainbow color type of antennas on Calibarn, and I have also used the special effect parts on the chest area, which is here. As you can see, it has some fancy color on it, but I'll show it to you in just a sec. So those are the only spare runners I have left inside the box. Hopefully I won't lose them over time, but you know, as you can see, pretty much with all the parts on the runners fitted to the Gundam Calibarn, it does look really good. I'm very happy with it. So now what I will show you is to bring the Calibarn a bit closer to the camera so you can see all the fine details. So Let me show you the special effect part first, which is on the upper chest area. As you can see, that is one piece of molded plastic in multicolor, and the underside of it also have a little bit of coloring as well. I'm not sure if you guys can see it right here, but that one is done with a sticker, and then you put a semi-transparent plastic parts over to give that effect. But the upper chest one is pretty cool. And then you have something similar on the upper legs. You also have the special effect parts there, but that one is like the lower chest area, which is done by putting a sticker on and then the semi-transparent plastic on top to protect the sticker. I don't understand why Bandai didn't use the same molding to mold all of the special effect on the Calibarn, but still look pretty good. But the upper chest one is definitely the best one. And then on the antenna, you can see this special effect as well, the rainbow color. When you cut out the antenna from the runner, you will have the two little stick out bits at the tips of the antenna, but I have trimmed it down and then polished it to give it a sharper look. I think Bandai left that little piece at the tip, it's just so the parts is not so sharp that would poke you. But you know, if you're old enough and you would like to remove that, you can do that as well, and it doesn't affect the antenna at all. As you can see, you just need to cut it carefully and then give it a very good polish. So in terms of other stickers, I obviously have used the green sticker for the eyes, and there is another special effect part right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's right in the middle of the antenna right here. That again is a sticker, and then you put the semi-transparent plastic over to protect the sticker, and then the top sensor, that is a sticker. At the rear, that is also a sticker. What else? The one on the left arm, that is a sticker as well. And then on the special weapon, all the metallic green color, they are sticker as well. And then right at the back, that looks super cool. All of the green lines are stickers. It wouldn't be too bad if Bandai could provide them, you know, as a sticker that you stick at the bottom, and then all the stick out bits, they made it with clear plastic, and that would look a bit more kind of professional rather than showing the stickers, even though from a distance you can't really tell they're stickers. They look more like a green underlay sticker on top. You have the clear plastic, and also there is a small bit of green sticker right here. These green lines are quite difficult to apply. You really need to have a steady hand, as well as, you know, the tools to apply the stickers correctly and keep them straight. So make sure you take your time when putting those stickers on, otherwise it might not look as good. Where else do we have stickers? Right here, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, there's a small green sticker right there. That is a sticker, and it is the same on the other side. You can see it better here. So that is a sticker. And also for the rear skirt, underneath the gray area where you see the white tips, so those are sticker, but you can easily paint them yourself. And that's pretty much it. All the stickers that you will find on the Calibarn. Actually, I've missed that one. There's one in the middle right here. Special effect part. Again, this is done by a sticker and then a semi-clear plastic on top. So I think it looked really good. Pretty much straight out from the model box. So it just needs a little bit of effort and you will be able to get the Calibarn look like this. And obviously you can see some of the panel lines have been done here at the yellow part. Again on these, and you can see on the legs I've added some of the panel lines as well, just to show the details, and on the shoulder as well you can see the light gray lines. But overall, even though if you don't put any panel lines, I think they are quite visible already. And then just want to show you guys in terms of the head unit, apart from the eyes, which I have applied the shiny green sticker, everything else you can see is all color separation. So you have the main head unit in white, you have the special effect antenna, the multicolor one, and then the middle of the head unit, in between the two antennas, you have got that special effect parts, which is pre-colored. The mouth is pre-colored. The yellow is also a separate part, and even the small gun outlet, that's also a separate gray part. So the color separation on the head unit is really good. There's no complaint at all. Actually, I forgot the two special effect parts on the shoulder. They are also achieved by a sticker at the bottom and then a semi-clear plastic on top, and it is the same for the other side as well. I'm not sure I can show it to you guys. Right here you can see it, that is also a special effect part, same as that side right here. Right, so what else is there? The only thing that you might need to be aware of, if you do want to pose your Gundam every now and then, everything else is pretty solid. The two beam saber handle right here behind the head unit, so these are just pressed down to secure the handle, and there is no movement, so you have to be careful when moving those, because if you just tap it slightly with a bit of stronger force, you might end up breaking the small piece of plastic in there. So just make sure you be gentle when you're working around this area. In terms of the articulation, you know, as you can expect, the articulation is already quite good. You know, you have the arm that you could pretty much fold greater than 90 degrees, and the legs are pretty poseable. As you can see, I have bent the right leg, so the red area you can kind of bend forward and backward as well. Articulation is quite good. This small piece of gray part, you could flip it back, because when it's carrying the special weapon and the extra booster at the back, sometimes you might find the Gundam tends to lean backwards, and Calibarn has fairly small feet, so by pulling that grey part out, it will give you the extra support so the Calibarn can still stand up straight. There's a bit of there's a bit of a kind of joint separation for the kneecap, so that's done pretty nicely. Everything is covered, there's no holes, and there's a lot of moving parts, but I'm not going to show you guys the moving parts on this video, because you will be able to find a lot of other YouTube videos whereby other Gundam builder will show you the articulation of the Gundam Calibarn. The reason why I have decided not to bend all the arms and legs, because it took me quite a long time to set up this position, and I'm not sure if you guys like it, but I think I like this position the most. I think it makes the Calibarn looks very, very good, and also it showed off the special weapon as well. I haven't decided whether I may put this Gundam on a spinning top inside the cupboard, because I do like to see the green special effect at the back. And to be fair, I did take my time when applying those green stickers, so I want to see those effort as well. And obviously you could collapse the booster as well, but I left it open because I like to see the green color. What else to show you? So in terms of the polishing, let me just show you quickly. So as you can see, the shoe area, you see how shiny they are. So when you cut them out on the runner, I think, if I remember correctly, one side of this would have 2 cut marks and then one on this side. So as I mentioned, I didn't want to airbrush this thing, so I have kind of give it a very, very good polish. See how shiny the red area? So I've done that in order to hide the cut marks. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it is very, very smooth. And I've done that on a few different areas on the Gundam Calibarn as well. Let's see if I can try and find another area where I've done that. Here you can see the hinge by the kneecap. That has been polished as well. You can see the LED reflection, so all of that has been polished, but I can't get the middle kind of cut marks out, but it is polished to perfection, and it is not so obvious from the distance, and you can see it on the other side as well. On this is also shiny. And let me show you the red again. It's all very shiny. I'm sure there are other parts where I have done the polishing as well. I just can't remember exactly where. I've done it on quite a few areas as well. That's why it took me, longer than anticipated in order to get this Calibarn finished. But I'm very happy with it. Definitely a very good looking mobile suit. And I could imagine if someone have decided to airbrush this Gundam Calibarn, it is going to look pretty epic. So I think that is it. I hope you guys like the finished product. I definitely do. If you guys have any question that you would like to ask, then feel free to message me directly or leave the comment in the comment box below. I would definitely and strongly recommend you to get this Gundam Calibarn model kit. It is a very good looking model, and you don't need to have any special skills in order to achieve this kind of outcome, the finished product. You just need to be, you know, a little bit patient, and that's all you need. Well, that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review video and enjoy the finished product of the Gundam Calibarn. And I will let you guys have another 360 view of the Gundam. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have fun with your Gundam building, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.